Both the Runescape and Tarkov player base have an unhealthy addiction to a game we treat more like a second job than entertainment you're meant to enjoy. The fact that I'm not getting paid hourly to subject myself to either of these has to be breaking some kind of modern slavery law. They're both being completely ruined by half the player base using cheats to gain an advantage on everyone else, usually for real life money, completely destroying the in-game economy. In Runescape's case, it's botters cheating for GP, and in Tarkov's case, it's bots using clients for rubles. You keep telling yourself you'll quit so you can do something productive with your life, but just like that, a new update drops and you're sucked back in faster than a YouTuber to a groomable child. The quest dialogue is actually really well written in both cases, not that anyone would know because only 1% of you have paid any attention to it. Even though they make up a large part of the game, quests in general are despised, making everyone involved wonder what the hell we're all doing here. We both have declining mental health, but the only doctors we're seeing are in-game ones. Everyone playing is a mix of the worst people humanity has to offer and the most stoned, sometimes both. The Rev Caves is basically labs, a very dangerous area with some of the best loot, but also the most amount of cheaters. Both of the developers swore that they would never bring microtransactions into the game, and just like that, there is. Getting one-shotted by bosses that have no business one-shotting you, servers being held together by 2 pieces of string and a fat hamster, toxic players, toxic areas, and toxic staff. The soundtracks are both incredible, albeit being either side of the spectrum. Both development teams are based in England, funnily enough. They're both designed to give you the worst playable experience ever, streamers being propped up by their chat giving them a massive advantage over regular players. When it comes to Tarkov, I'm pretty quick to decline this help, but I would very much like your Runescape gold. I lost it all staking. Please, I need it. Please, oh god, I need it. Join my clan and give me your gold. The content creators that interact with it are some of the most sadistic people in the world. I love Settled, but maybe it's time to get a checkup. Only 1% of the player base have the motivation to make it to the end game. You will get fucked by RNG. Need that flash drive for that quest? I don't think so. Need that toxic blowpipe for your Iron Man? Not today. Both the player bases feel like they're better than everyone else because of the barbarous experience they put themselves through. I will say though, RuneScape players are better than everyone else. The Grand Exchange is just the flea market and you will get fucked on taxes or pay the wrong amount for something. Developers desperately trying to get people to stop trading with each other. You spend the majority of your time sitting around in your bank sorting through your items. Other players are constantly trying to lure you for your gear. Someone asking you to join their group is basically the Tarkov equivalent of trimming armor, and you're all a bunch of untrustworthy fucks. The biggest similarities come from the wilderness. If you're not familiar, the wilderness, also known as the Weldy, if you're a true scaper, like me, is an area in RuneScape where players can fight each other. You know, you choose how much you're willing to risk, giving you a bigger advantage and giving you more heart palpitations, and when you're risking the most, you will get killed by someone with nothing. Teleporting away is the equivalent of extracting, people camping teleport spots is extract camping, and getting one shot by a Void Waker is just like getting sniped. The highs and lows feel very similar too. You know, you lose your gear over and over again until you genuinely feel like you want to commit some state-sponsored terrorism, and then just like that, you get the biggest kill of your life and you feel like you're on top of the world, until you're brought right back to reality by that AHKer. It will seem like you can't harm your opponent while they blatantly rip through you, and no amount of gear you win will save you from your depression. Both games are just very punishing, and you need to be a very particular kind of person to play either of them. Tarkov punishes you by beating you down over and over again from players you can't even see, sniping you from across the map, and RuneScape beats you down by making you mine.